Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss about the next topic of Indian economy, and that is goals of economic planning. Goals of economic planning means the end objectives, the end results which are to be achieved in a specified time period. See, there is a difference between the goals and objectives. Objectives are the short term end results to be achieved, and goals are the long term ends to be achieved. When objectives are achieved, goals will automatically be achieved. But keep in mind, goals are of long term and objectives are of short term. So there are five major goals of economic planning. The very first is full employment. Full employment refers to the situation when all the persons who are able to work, willing to work at the existing wage rate are working. Able to work means one must be qualified enough to do the job. Willing to work means the person must be ready to do the job at the existing wage rate. For example, there is a vacancy and there is a requirement of the graduates, and suppose you have completed your graduation, but the wage rate is rupees 2000 per month. Now you are able to work, and suppose you denied for the job. It means you were able to work but you were not willing to work at the existing wage rate. So this will not be considered under the full employment. Full employment means these two conditions must be fulfilled. Full employment not only helps in reducing the unemployment, but it also helps in reducing the poverty and rising the standard of living. Full employment helps in achieving the target, that is growth with the social justice. Next comes equity. Equity means equitable distribution of income and wealth in our economy. As you know, there is a huge gap between the rich and poor in our economy. Rich are becoming more richer and poor are becoming more poorer. So the government focuses on the poor persons, how they try to distribute the national income and wealth of the economy in the equitable way. The government collects the taxes from the riches in the form of direct tax, income tax, and redistribute the same in the form of subsidies among the poor. This helps in increasing the social equality. Keep in mind, there is a difference between the terms equality and equity. Equality means treating everyone as same, means giving everybody the same resources. Okay. Equity means giving everyone what they require, what they need. You can get more clarification with the help of this picture. As you can see on the left side of the picture, everybody is having the table of same size, means everybody is having the resources of same kind, whether somebody requires or not. But on the right side you can see the first person do not require any table and the third person requires two tables to look in that particular area. This is called equity. So the government tries in the same way to collect the taxes from the rich persons and distribute the same among the poor persons where it is required. This is called equity. So equity helps in the equitable distribution of income and wealth, and it helps in making the social equality in the economy. Next comes modernization. Modernization means updation and adoption of new technology. See, it is very necessary to use the updated methods of production not only to increase the GDP but also to raise the standard of living. For example, Green Revolution. Earlier, we were using the conventional methods of agriculture. Conventional methods, outdated methods of agriculture were not helpful in producing the goods at the large level. But with the help of the updated methods of agriculture, now it is very easy to produce the quantity in bulk amount. Okay, so this is called modernization. Keep in mind, modernization do not include the use of new technology and equipments only, but it also includes the adoption of new technology, means there must be change in the mental setup also. Like conventional wisdom must give way to the modern outlook. Conventional wisdom means wisdom without a valid reason. Okay, and right now there is modern wisdom, means Women empowerment. How I am saying all this? See, earlier men and women were not treated equally, means the human resources were not fully utilized. Okay, and right now, because of the women empowerment, all the human resources are fully utilized in the process of GDP. Okay, so modernization helps in achieving the targets of production also. Next comes self sufficiency. Self sufficiency means dependence on domestically produced goods, particularly food grains. As you know that in the year 1965 there was war between the India and China. Sorry, India and Pakistan. At that moment, India was importing the food grains from USA. So the USA threatened India that if India will not end up the war with the Pakistan, then USA will not provide the food grains to India. So at that moment, Indian government has decided to be self-sufficient, particularly in the production of food grains. So this led to the Green Revolution as well. Next comes increase in GDP. Increase in GDP is one of the important goal to be achieved because it overall shows the growth of an economy. GDP means gross domestic product, or in the definition form you can say it refers to sum total of all the goods and services produced in an economy in monetary terms. Keep in mind, non-monetary transactions are not included in the calculation of GDP, and GDP can be increased by two ways. First, by increasing the resource base of the country, and second, by using the innovative methods of production. Resource base of the country means whatsoever the resources are available in our economy, whether the human resources or the man-made resources, all these must be fully utilized. And if we talk about the technology, we should use the updated methods of production. This will reduce the cost of production and will help in producing more goods. So this will lead to increase in GDP. These five are the main 5-year goals to be achieved. So keep in mind, the very first is full employment, then is equity, then is modernization, then is self-sufficiency, and last one is increase in GDP. Okay, to remember all these points, you can keep in mind the mnemonics FEMSI. 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 FEMSI means full employment, equity, modernization, self-sufficiency, and increase in GDP. Okay, if you people have any kind of doubt, do let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so very much.